Welcome to How to Rock Spirit's Sun Moon Alchemy series. This audio was compiled and recorded by Dustin Cormier, a Leo Ascendant Scorpio with Sagittarius Moon, born in the year of the Metal Ram. All the possible Western Sun and Moon sign combinations can be found and learned about here. This information is for educational purposes only. I do not own any of the following content. For more astrology lectures and my own Cosmic Consciousness audio lecture series, check out How to Rock Spirit's YouTube channel, where I rap about everything from philosophy and transpersonal psychology, to psychedelic spirituality, to tantric and occult mysticism, and even to Marx and Engels and the materialist sciences. See you there! Sun in an Earth sign. Basically motivated by material needs and practicality. Recharges energy through working with the physical world, being productive, and feeding the senses. Sun in Virgo. Directs creative energy analytically and with discrimination. Motivated by a need to be helpful, to be of service in a tangible way. Radiates intelligence and clean-edged vitality. Attunement of soul to essential values, service, and constant need to improve oneself. Humble, unassuming sense of individuality can interfere with public recognition. The moon sign and its element. These notes are also still from Stephen Arroyo's Chart Interpretation Handbook. The element of the moon's sign represents an attunement from the past that manifests automatically, a mode of feeling and being that one needs to be aware of in order to feel inwardly secure and at home with oneself. This element and experiences related to it feed your need to feel right about yourself. This element and experiences related to it feed your need to feel right about yourself. By such modes of self-expression, you are satisfying a deep inner need that can give stability to your entire personality. The moon's element also shows how you react instinctively to all experiences, with what energy you spontaneously adjust yourself to the flow of life. Moon in water signs. Reacts to changing experiences with sensitivity and emotion. Feels comfortable with self when feelings are deeply involved. Moon in Cancer. Reacts with sensitivity, sometimes oversensitivity, and with protectiveness towards self and others. Feels secure when nurturing and being nurtured by others. Natural sense of timing and ability to tune in to intuitions and emotional subtleties. Extremely sensitive to moods and reactions of others, often at the mercy of one's own moods. Can be overprotective of emotions. Strong memory of past emotions is retained forever, still coloring attitudes toward present situations. The following information comes from Isabel Hickey's Astrology, a Cosmic Science, copyright 1992 by Isabel M. Hickey Trust. Moon in Cancer. Note that this is the ruling position of the moon, as Cancer rules the moon. Too sensitive. Must not react to the feelings of those around them. Subject to moods. Easygoing and sociable. The need to mother others very strong. Everything experienced held in feeling memory. Introverted on subjective levels. Conservative. Operates in a deliberate social way. Can be carried away by tides of emotions. Far too sensitive in response to environment. Can be psychic. In a male chart, would attract a feminine more mother than mate. Sun-Moon Alchemy. The elemental combinations of the sun sign and the moon sign. The following information comes from Charles and Susie Harvey's Sun Sign Moon Sign. Copyright Charles and Susie Harvey 1994, again in 2003. First published by Aquarian 1994. Each sun-moon type is a combination of elements. In the following descriptions of the element combinations, please remember that the pairing can be either way around. For example, a fire-earth combination refers equally to sun-fire, moon-earth, as it does to sun-earth, moon-fire. There will be subtle differences, but the dynamic is generally the same. Earth-water combinations. Flanders and Swan sing "Mud, mud, glorious mud," and you do not have to be a hippopotamus to appreciate the qualities of mud. Think of the rich fertility of well-irrigated fields, the potter's clay on the wheel ready to be formed, the clay of bricks and tiles, or the malleable concrete which forms the basis of so much construction. This is one of the most practical, supportive, and nourishing of combinations. It combines the capacity to feel sympathy for others with a devotional determination and enterprising ability to do what needs to be done to meet others' needs. American churchman Reinhold Niebuhr, Sun in Cancer, Moon in Taurus, gives eloquent expression to this type's orientation. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. When the sun is in earth and the moon in water, the individual can readily develop a practical understanding of day-to-day life and seems to have the innate wisdom to know what is important and what is not in a situation. For this type, both practical and emotional needs make sense and should intertwine in a balanced, normal life. Consider this view of the 18th century wit Samuel Johnson, who had Sun in Virgo and Moon in Pisces. A man is in general better pleased when he has a good dinner upon his table than when his wife talks Greek. A bit dated, yes, chauvinistic indeed, but nevertheless, Johnson expresses that practical wisdom and measured sensuality of the earth-water combination. Shadow side. The earth-water individual wants both material and emotional security, and therefore usually views change and challenge as threatening. As a result, there is with this type a propensity to get stuck in the mud, and a danger of getting swamped by duty and slowed down by the inertia of possessiveness and limited viewpoint. Life is highly personal for this individual. What they can see, taste, hear, smell, and feel, and how it might affect their world, is all important to them. The larger, detached viewpoint is usually lost on them. They may need to learn how to move just a little out of their well-defined groove so that life does not become too stagnant. And like quicksand, their minds can suck them down. Relationships. The earth-water person normally finds immense satisfaction in a relationship that brings out the innate dependable, resourceful, gentle, devotional qualities of this combination. This individual feels affirmed and valued when they know they are needed and valued for their useful accomplishments. People with this combination are particularly good at serving and caring for others, and once they find their romantic niche, they get on with nurturing and nest building. Hence, they make excellent partners and tend to prefer sitting around the fire drinking hot cocoa to lots of razzle-dazzle on the town. This type helps to ground and contain the more unstable, exciting fire-air type, and there's likely to be a mutual attraction due to the striking differences. Male versus female. This is a primarily receptive, feminine combination and has all the hallmarks of the female stereotype: caring, domestic, loyal, quiet, and persevering. Both male and female of this type will tend to be introverts and can work well on their own in an artistic medium, but they could also develop a shrewd business sense and do well in the marketplace. They can employ their pragmatism and sensitivity in quiet but purposeful ways, sussing out the climate of the times and the integrity of would-be business partners. The following observations about your Sun-Moon combination are drawn from insights gained from astrologer Jefferson Anderson's book, Sun Sign, Moon Sign, an observation of many different individuals. The writing itself comes from Mantak Chia and William U. Wei's Cosmic Astrology. Copyright 2012 by North Star Trust, published by Destiny Books. Sun in Virgo, Moon in Cancer, the loner. You are always in danger of falling into some fantasy and isolating yourself, and you are easily hurt and bothered by the tiniest tension around you. If you were raised in difficult or disagreeable surroundings, this is particularly true. You may have acquired unwarranted fears, neuroses, or paranoia that can be difficult to get rid of later in your life. You will be among those who inherit the earth if it is true that the meek will be included. You are, however, an impatient person who will not wait long. You also happen to be very practical in your nature. Of all the Virgo combinations, yours is maybe the most sympathetic and gentle, and like all very giving and sensitive people, you have a lot of gifts and abilities that can find useful expression. Sadly, timidity, reserve, and self-consciousness are the most incapacitating obstructions you come across on the way to fulfillment. You can establish big walls of defense to protect yourself from a world that you comprehend as uncaring. You can constantly guard your fragile feelings. The world, surely, is not as bad as you think it is. Most of your doubts and fears exist strictly in your mind or are left over from childhood, if you stop to think about it. It is not always simple for you to understand or tolerate dissonance with that mild, generous nature of yours. It is consequently important that you associate with people who brighten up your world and make it seem less menacing. After learning to be more assertive, more means of expression will be available to you. Virgo Cancers can be good in medicine, the ministry, and service fields because they have compassionate desires. You can be clever and are an excellent organizer, so business is also open to you. Be careful in your love life. Do not allow yourself to get absorbed by a bossy partner who takes away your identity. You are kind and giving by nature, and this is appreciated by most. Learn to be less assertive and less afraid of the unknown, rather than running away from dangers and challenges. Eventually, you should find it simple to purge yourself of your worries if you try to understand their cause. Determine whether your close relationships are allowing you to grow or not. You rely a lot on the views and moods of those around you because you are impressionable. A note from Charles and Susie Harvey's Sun Sign Moon Sign. Sun in Virgo, Moon in Cancer, your greatest strengths. Deep concern for the welfare and needs of others. Empirical turn of mind, which is enriched by intuition and imagination. Adaptability and pragmatic helpfulness. Quiet generosity, warmth, and loyalty to family and friends. Your greatest weaknesses. Proneness to criticism and complaining. To rationalize away your own idiosyncrasies. To cut off from others when you feel misunderstood. To get stuck in old habits, suspicious attitudes, and energy-depleting self-pity. Images for integration. Two old Chinese women gossip about family problems as they work rhythmically in the rice paddies. The working mother. A nutritionist serves his family organically grown chicken soup.